when you call Jews Americans, Jews Europeans, they all come together. Hey, it's us. We are one. When you talk about Chinese Americans or European, when you look at Indian, for us, with our brothers and sisters in America, when we say some people, when they are told you're African Americans, they say, no, I'm not an African, I'm an American. You know, this lack of unity will cost us a lot. Hello brothers and sisters, thank you for coming back to watch our videos and for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, kindly consider subscribing so that you can always be notified of our videos and so that you can be part of the African Buzz family as we look forward to reaching 10,000 subscribers by the end of November. So guys, King Charles III of the UK was in Kenya between the 30th or 31st to around this 3rd or the 3rd of November 2023, and during this period he was expected to issue an apology for the atrocities that British perpetrated on Kenyans, killing a lot of Kenyans, especially during the Mau Mau rebellion, where the local people of the mountain or Mount Kenya were fighting to have their land back, which had been taken by the British. Did he issue an apology?
No.
However, we must also acknowledge the most painful times of our long and complex relationship. The wrongdoings of the past are a cause of the greatest sorrow and the deepest regret. There were abhorrent and unjustifiable acts of violence committed against Kenyans as they waged, as you said at the United Nations, a painful struggle for independence and sovereignty. And for that, there can be no excuse.
He expressed sorrow and regret for historic wrongdoings of the past, but he stopped short of apology. So if Kenyans were waiting for an apology, the closest he
Not from King Charles.
The closest he went was to express deep sorrow and regret. And I remember the ambassador in some YouTube channel, he said the king would not be expected to issue an apology because at a point he had already the UK and the families of the people who were killed came together and were given something. Peanuts. Yeah, peanuts. Away from that, during this period of the visit, the German president was in Tanzania. And what did he do in Tanzania?
Schämt mich, was deutsche Kolonialsoldaten ihrem Ahnherrn, seinen Mitkämpfern und vielen anderen im Gebiet des heutigen Tansania angetan haben. Ich bitte um Verzeihung und ich möchte Ihnen versichern, dass wir Deutsche mit Ihnen nach Antworten suchen werden auf die offenen Fragen, die ihnen keine Ruhe lassen.
So the German president Frank-Walter Steinmeier extended apologies for colonial era atrocities and to the descendants of local war hero Songea Mbano. He was hanged and beheaded alongside his fighters for staging the Maji-Maji rebellion against German forces in the early 1900s. So what is the Maji-Maji rebellion? During the Maji-Maji rebellion, Germany killed as many as 300,000 Africans, nearly a third of Tanganyika's population. That's when TZ or Tanzania
that was Tanzania without Zanzibar.
Yeah. And then the German colonial government also forced indigenous people to work on plantations and in mines, often under dangerous conditions. Germany carried out mass executions of suspected rebels and dissidents and burned villages and crops.
So Maji-Maji rebellion was led by a priest or a spiritual leader of Tanzania. His name was Kijeketile Ngwale. So this guy, he organized people because they had to fight for their freedom, because you see they were being forced to work for these people. Their land had been taken. There's no food.
Burning off your crops. How evil can this be?
So these people organized themselves, and because he was a spiritual leader, he used water to cleanse them and to tell them that when you go to this British war, the war with the Germans, when you go to the war with the Germans, when they shoot you, you won't be shot. The bullet won't pass through you because you've been given, you are protected by this water and all that. That's what they say. And that's when, because of that rebellion, now came burning of crops and all that, and more people died because of hunger, because now you are not even allowed to have food. So
300,000.
Yeah, they died because of hunger and starvation. Yeah. So the German president has apologized, and I think they should organize for like Tanzanian are saying, they should organize for compensation.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what happens. You see, like, we did a video on these stupid people of West, the reporters were saying that they helped us. But I'm saying that free things, until they return our things, then they do some reparations. They have not done anything with those stupid apologies.
What apology? They never apologized.
Yeah.
In fact, they say that we owe them for giving us the British language, for the development that we've seen.
Then you remember in 2021, Namibia was given 1.3 billion. They were told, we are going to give you $1.3 billion in over a span of 30 years. That is Africa. Israel, after the Holocaust, we were given $86 billion. 86 billion immediately.
For Africa, it's through projects, and they're still the ones who come to do those projects. These projects. You find it's just everybody.
Namibia said no, among other things.
Doesn't make sense. But it's just that we Africans accept all of this nonsense without even thinking through. When they hear 1.3 billion, whoever is accepting knows that from this I'm getting maybe 300 million, so it's fine. The rest can now go to this project. So those are the people who are letting us down. Those are the people who accept these stupid terms and conditions to say, fine, as long as I have money in my pocket, whatever else remains, then they can have it for the rest of the population.
I remember the words of Mama Arikana Chamboriko, Mama Africa. She said that until we come together, we unite as Africa, and until we have systems in which even these reparations will be paid through a system, a group that's well organized, that can even push for these reparations, we are not going anywhere. It's not just Namibia calling for reparations. It should be Namibia, Kenya, Tanzania, Congo, South Africa, everyone, okay? But look at the Jews. When you call Jews Americans, Jews Europeans, they all come together. Hey, it's us. We are one. Okay?
Africans.
When you talk about Chinese Americans or European Americans,
they are
come.
All Chinese.
When you look at Indians, for us, with our brothers and sisters in America, when we say some people, when they are told you're African Americans, they say, no, I'm not an African, I'm an American. You know?
Yeah.
Now
that's the mentality.
This lack of unity will cost us a lot. Yeah.
And it has really worked. I think they have really done a good job dividing us. Up until this day, some people don't want to be associated. If they could bleach their skin and become whatever other race, they would definitely do that.
Yeah. And I was thinking, maybe something that leads to this disintegration is not having one common language. Like if we accepted Swahili for the whole... Yeah, because when you say
Mandarin.
Jews all over the world, they know their language is one. Okay? Chinese, they know their language is one. Arabs, they know their language is one.
By the way, that is the worst that they have done.
But when you say Africa, in Kenya, in Ethiopia, in South Africa, actually in South Africa, it's... So... But I'm happy that things are coming out, and maybe in the near future, we saw things will open up.
Yeah.
Our ancestors.
Guys, let us know what you think about this. Germany and British, it's a debate, honestly.
Yeah.
Do you think it's unfair for Britain to say we are not apologizing? Yes, we regret it. it's unfair for them to not even want to be associated with what happened in the past, because they are still living the benefits of whatever their forefathers did to us. So let us know in the comment section down below. Do you support Germany? Are you at least happy that something will be done in Tanzania to console these people who suffered? Alright, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye bye.